to talk to. So, thank you, YouTube, for allowing me to post my videos so I can feel better after the fact. That's what it's like when I'm at my worst of the worst. No sleep and lots of stresses of just like little things are really manageable and easy to do other days. Just when I'm in a hypervigilant fight or flight response, trigger, PTSD, detriment to my health to go through situations like I did yesterday and to not have the proper medication right away and on hand really kind of sucks. But I don't want to be on it all the time, so I'm gonna just kind of play it by ear, and hopefully I can get through this trigger, this response, and continue on this path of somewhat normalcy, masking. I call it masking because of my invisible masking, because it's more of like an ADHD Asperger's thing. I am so burnt out and tired on the inside, but in order for doctors and people to take me with respect, like just by looking at me, I can't come in looking like a hot mess every day. I cannot, like yesterday, I felt so embarrassed for myself because I'm conscious and I'm aware of this whole thing, but there's nothing I can do to like really, I can't say there's nothing I can do. I know there's things I can do. I just don't know how to access those things without help. And that's just the factor of the matter is, and it sucks I don't have a mental health care provider in order to help navigate that part of this, because I really do need that component to help me navigate through this physical triggering my mental state multitudes of times, and then just getting so wound up that I cannot sleep. I'm just so anxious. There's nothing anybody can do. Even taking downers do nothing. Like they will help wind me up even more. With ADHD, I have the opposite effect. With pain medication, it wires me instead of makes me drowsy. It's like I can't, and if I take less of the pain medication, it doesn't do its job at all. And so I have to take the right amount in order for it to just be like a balance of not drowsy and not wound up. And that's where I'm at today. But I have erratic behavior when I'm triggered. There's nothing that I know of right now how to help myself further besides just trying to therapy myself until I can get one that accepts my insurance and has openings for patients soon and will not cancel on me, and I hope that it's a good fit. I was asked about yesterday from a friend about how do you get doctors to listen to you. Well, I fire them, the ones that don't, and I have to dress professionally. It's called my professional patient look. Yesterday I was kind of a hot mess there, but at least I already knew those providers and they already know who I am a little bit, so I don't feel as judged, and I can actually kind of start to relax how I dress when I go to those doctor appointments once I get to know my doctor. But not until they get to know me can I really like show who I am, my true colors up front. But I did my doctor originally. I was so hyped up and anxious like I was yesterday when I met my doctor. And I don't know how he, it took him many visits to kind of like realize and know and recognize when I'm in a panic state, and like he realizes and sees it now. He sees the difference of who I am and what happens to me throughout the week. That really steers my anxiety. But I need to have those highs and I need to have those lows, and I need to experience those in order to help me process some things. Things will get better. I know they will. It just takes time, and it takes the right providers, and it takes a lot of time to find the right providers. You just have to be professional. You're interviewing your doctor as much as they are interviewing you when you meet a doctor for the first time. And so that's why I think I experienced a lot of trauma from ER visits, because it was always a different doctor, and so I was always hyper vigilant. I never knew what ER doctor I was going to get, and a lot of the times it was not a lot of negative experiences. Stuttering here, it's hard for me to talk about. But I want to talk about it. My ER visits used to go horribly. I try not to go at all anymore. I've actually canceled a couple times on urgent care. I've called and made an appointment, and then I'm like, I think about it and think about it. I'm like, no, never mind. I think I should just wait until I see my primary. I've been trying to just not go for every little teeny thing, but it's hard when you have so many problems and you're like, I don't know what this means. And it's always different. And so I freak out at first, and then I think about things. Once I get a plan in action to help me feel better, like, okay, I have an appointment, I have an appointment coming up for urgent care. I just have to talk my way through it. Like, yes, I have a problem, but is it like life or death problem? When do I see my doctor next? I have to go through these like check marks in my head of, do I really need to go to the urgent care? And I've canceled twice, and I showed up twice. So I'm like 50-50 right now. If I could just stop having to go see different doctors for different things, it would really lessen my PTSD for sure. Because I don't know. But first impressions are everything. Appearances are everything when it comes to this kind of stuff. I'm trying to not be too hyper vigilant, but also protect myself at the same time. So I have a certain amount of barrier up at a first meeting with a doctor. So since I have been so triggered over the last couple of days, I do have a little bit of hesitancy because I don't know how this appointment's going to go. And I have such a fear of the unknown because of all the trauma I've experienced already with medical doctors. But at least I can talk about it now. Like this, I can talk about this stuff normally without being a crying mess like I was yesterday. And I can logically think things through more. My emotions are not, and hormones are not haywire because of no sleep. It's just crazy. It's crazy how night and day it is with a PTSD trigger, and the length of time that affects me because of the length of time that I was traumatized and how long. I mean, I was years. I've dealt with that kind of crying and that kind of hypervigilance and that kind of neuroticness for years. I am so much better now, and the episodes are far, far less. But it's recognizing those triggers, trying to mitigate those triggers the best that you can, because they're always gonna, they will always be some. There will always be some, but I can do better at reacting and responding from those triggers, and I'm working on that. It's just right now I just kind of stuck to the medication route and YouTubing, which I don't know. I don't think I'm going to give up YouTubing even once I find a therapist. I just think it's a good thing to help me get things off my chest and think things through. And some things sound super ridiculous to me, even the next day. So it's good. I do watch my videos over again after I post them, sometimes a couple times, and it's that way because it's, instead of me repeating the story and being stuck on repeat, like I've seen other people with their PTSD, they will repeat the same sentence over and over and over and over again until it gets unstuck. And sometimes it still stays stuck even after repeating that over and over and over and over again. And so for me to help process it, I can just rewatch my videos over and over again and help myself process what I'm just trying to deal with and go through. So it's a tool that I'm using, and I think it's a smart way for myself to go about it. I don't know if it's right for everybody, but hey, try recording yourself. Try doing a video. Don't have to post it. Just try doing the video and then rewatching it and see how you feel. See how you feel and see if you feel any better after talking about it, because who knows? It might work. Alright, I'm at my parking garage, so I gotta go. I hope y'all have a fantastic Thursday, and I'm positive that this experience is going to go